Don't try to sneak into your room like that. I know what you've got behind your back. Records. More new records.
Hi there. So before I pack up this Orbit Theory turntable and send it back, I want to show you what it looks like and why I gave it such a good review. So the full review is up on the Tracking Angle website. And I have this Sublima Matte Chakra on here for now, but ignore that because that's not part of the review. It's just a really nice matte that really makes a difference, as you would hear. So, this is the U-Turn Orbit Theory turntable. It sells for $999 without the built-in phono preamp. And the built-in phono preamp is the Pluto 2, which normally sells for $100, but you can get it built into this for an additional $69. So for $1,069, you get both the Pluto built in, you get the U-Turn turntable, and you also get an Ortofon 2M Blue cartridge thrown in. That alone is $299 approximately, depending on where you get it from. Some places it's $239. But so this turntable is made out of the plinth is solid wood. It's not chipboard. The feet, which I will attempt to show you, are nicely machined out of aluminum, and they're sorbethane layered. And as I discovered in a tap test, they do a very good job of isolating the turntable from the outside world. The plinth is a little more lively, but look, we're talking about an under $1,000 turntable without the phono preamp built in. It's got electronic speed control for 33 and 45 at the flip of this switch, and the speed was accurate at both 33 and a third and 45. They were right on, 33.35 or 33.34. The wow and flutter was below the measured by U-Turn numbers, and they were pretty conservatively rated at under 0.1% wow and flutter. And this I measured less. It's in the review, you'll see. So the speed accuracy was very good. The speed consistency was very, very good as well. And there's the usual felt mat, and they have an acrylic platter here, nicely machined acrylic platter with a groove in it. And when you spin the platter, you watch to see how the belt in the groove. And by the way, this is a silicone belt, seamless silicone belt. And so when you spin the platter, you watch to see how the belt moves in the groove, if it goes up and down, if there's any kind of action. And there was none, which means it's a very well machined acrylic platter. Acrylic's not my favorite platter material, but at this price point, it's fine. It's more than fine. So that's it, and it's well machined. There's a new machined aluminum spindle here, and the bearing underneath is the same as U-Turn's been using in their other turntables, which is fine because it's a very nicely done bearing. Here's the motor. This is an AC synchronous motor that's powered by the speed controller in here. That's a quartz oscillator referenced device that measures and keeps the speed accurate. The system works very, very well. Now, the real star of the show is the arm. This is a cast magnesium. They call it molded, but it's a type of casting. Molded magnesium. Magnesium is a self-damping material that's very, very stable, very hard, and stiff and light. And this was designed by U-Turn in-house. That's what distinguishes this turntable from a lot of other turntables at this price point. These guys did not buy an off-the-shelf arm at an overseas factory and pick and choose among what the company makes and put together a turntable and slap their name on it. They designed this from the ground up and designed this arm, which is a gimbal bearing arm. It's got a nice lever anti-skating device right here, as opposed to a string and thread, which is not quite as convenient. You'll never lose the lever or the weight. And a nice smoothly operating cueing lever. And it's a very impressive arm, really. At this price point, it's very impressive at any price point. Anyway, so that is the Orbit U-Turn Orbit Theory turntable, $9.95. Well, it comes with a dust cover. And also, on the back, there's a button. If you push the button, you disengage the built-in phono preamp if you've ordered it with the built-in phono preamp. So you can, go out and put it into your own phono preamp if you want to upgrade later on. But the Pluto 2 is actually a very fine-sounding phono preamp. So read the review on the trackingangle.com website, and now you get a better look at what it is you'd be getting were you to buy one. I was very impressed with this turntable, both the sound of it, and I really like the way it's built, and the arm. You can probably put... Oh, I was just told today, in fact, that U-Turn is now offering as an option the 2M bronze? I think 2M bronze, and one upgrade from the 2M blue, if you'd like to order it with that. So that's it. The U-Turn Theory. Good job, guys. We've been following U-Turn since they founded the company about a decade ago. And there's an interview with them, 3 young men, on the previous Endeavors website, which you can look up U-Turn, and meet them. 3 nice guys, and I'm so happy for their success, and so happy for Vinyl's success, of course. And sales were up again this year so far, by a considerable amount. So all the people that think it's a bubble that's going to burst, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not. Anyway, U-Turn Theory turntable. If you buy that, you will not be disappointed. Unless you don't have a platter for it. So make sure you get the platter. You know what? While I got you here, let me do a really cool unboxing of the 7-inch singles, 1963 to 1966, the Rolling Stones box. And I'm going to take these out one at a time and show them to you. They did a really nice job here with the jackets. I remember seeing this in the stores. I always wanted to buy it. I never did. Let's get the original Decca logo. So this has got Bye Bye Johnny, Money, You Better Move On, and Poison Ivy. So these guys weren't writing their own songs at this point. You had Chuck Berry, you had Berry Gordy with Money, you had Arthur Alexander, You Better Move On, and then Poison Ivy, Lieber and Stoller. So they were just doing covers. That's how they started. And now the rest of the box. Look, you get an invitation to the Beggar's Banquet. That's cool. So that is what's... Oh, there's more in here. Wait, let me get the rest of it out of here. Brian Jones, who apparently in the TV special where the living guys from the Stones talk about the band, they completely leave him out, which is really totally not fair. Very cool, nice shots. So that's just an opening. That's your opening statement here. Oh, wait, there's more. There's a poster. Cool dudes from the beginning. So you have Come On and I Want to Be Loved by the Rolling Stones. That was it. That was the first one. These are pressed on very thick vinyl. Not like the originals. So you have Come On and I Want to Be Loved by the Rolling Stones. That was it. That was the first one. These are pressed on very thick vinyl. Not like the originals. I Want to Be Your Man, the Lennon McCartney song that they did, and Stoned, which was pretty silly filler. Then you get to all of the picture discs. Not Fade Away. And the flip side of this is Little by Little, a Nanker Felge song, which of course is them. Then you get I Just Want to Make Love to You and Tell Me. I think Tell Me was a hit in America, as I recall it. And this is a London record. Yep. And you'll excuse me for pulling it out with my fingertips because that's the only way to do it. All right, then you got It's All Over Now. Boy, I remember when that came out. And the flip side is Good Times, Bad Times. All right, these guys are getting their chops together at that point. Oh, I remember this cover. Okay, this is another EP. So it's got If You Need Me, Empty Heart, 2120 South Michigan Avenue, Confessing the Blues, Around and Around. This is when the Stones went to Chicago and recorded at Chess. And man, the sound they got out of there was really intense, if you remember. All right, Time Is on My Side, congratulations. And this one is also a London record. Little Red Rooster and Off the Hook. Heart of Stone. And what's on the flip side? What a Shame. These are all such great songs. Yeah. And you got The Last Time and Play with Fire, produced by Andrew Loog Oldham, who's still around. Andrew Loog Oldham, I've heard him on radio shows. I got Live If You Want It. This is another EP that was turned into an album in America. We Want the Stones, Everybody Needs Somebody to Love, Pain in My Heart, the Otis Redding song, Route 66, I'm Moving On, and I'm All Right. This was a raucous affair, if you remember this one. Then Satisfaction, and what's on the flip side of this? Forget. Under Assistant West Coast Promo Man, and this was a London record. Orange label. Very good job reproducing these covers. Spider and the Fly, and another Satisfaction. So you get the British version and the American version. Get Off My Cloud, the Rolling Stones. Blue London label. And I'm Free, which I think they've sold for TV commercials, and why not? And then here's the British one. You get Off My Cloud, and The Singer Not the Song, which is, I love that song. The Singer Not the Song is just a melancholic, nice song. And then you get As Tears Go By, and Gotta Get Away, another great song. This was the cover of an American album. And 19th Nervous Breakdown. And then the 20th one was the last one for Mr. Jones. 19th Nervous Breakdown and Sad Day. And then there's a book. Oh, the book is nice. The book is very nice. It's got pictures, and it tells you how it was done. So this is Sean McGee cut these lacquers at Abbey Road, and the analog to digital transfers and takeoff research by Terry Landy at APCO Studios, where I visited. It's funny. I'll tell you this because why not? Anyway, there's all kinds of interesting other things in the book. You'll have to get to get it yourself. So I don't know how these sound. I haven't played them yet, and I don't have a lot of Stone singles, but I do have some. I have the Under-Assisted West Coast Promo Man. That's an original, and I Can't Get No Satisfaction. And I got You Can't Always Get What You Want, and Honky Tonk Women. Obviously, it's not in the right sleeve. This is another one. This is Congratulations and Time Is On My Side. That's a real original, except for the RCA Victor sleeve. And then I have As Tears Go By and Gotta Get Away. So I'll compare these to the reissue in this box. But you know what? I suspect most people who will buy a box like this will want it as a piece of memorabilia more than they're going to want to get up and play singles, which for a lot of people in this business, it would be good for them to get up every so often and, you know, stretch their legs and do a little exercise. But I'm not going to get into that. So this is the box. I think they did a beautiful job with the packaging. And I'm sure Terry Landy did a good job of converting it to DSD, and Bob Ludwig mastered it. And it was pressed, I suppose. Did we say where it's pressed? I don't think we did. But probably it's... I don't know. I'm not going to speculate. At any rate, I said at any rate. At any rate, I said at any rate. Sorry. So that's it. That's the Stones box, a 7-inch box. And, I know what I was going to tell you. So I went up and visited Terry Landy a couple of years ago at the APCO headquarters, and I interviewed her. And it's kind of a cool thing. She's got her own little studio there, right in the back of the office. And tape machines and converters and a board, and she had a stack of master tapes of Let It Bleed, actually, the American one and the British one, and I don't remember the exact details, but she said to me that because it's not like a Beatles where there were finished albums that could be just reissued. Because of the way the Stones catalog is so different in America and the UK on most of the records, and there were the London versions and the Decca versions, it would be very difficult to take a tape and just cut lacquers in the analog domain. And she explained why that was, and she also explained that some of the tapes were not in great shape that they had, and they had to pick and choose what they could get from which tape, and digitize them to produce the final running order of a lot of the well-known records. And I sent her the interview and asked, I said to them, look, I won't publish this unless you say it's okay. Normally I wouldn't do that, but in this case I felt I would do that because they invited me in there, and et cetera, et cetera. And they wouldn't let me publish it. And that was very disappointing. And I don't know what it was that I said, really. And then they stopped sending me stuff. But I was nice enough to get. They were nice enough to get me this box, and that's why I showed it to you. And I'll play it and I'll probably review it later. But for now, I thought it would be good enough to just show it to you. It's a beautifully packaged box. This would make a great present for your Rolling Stones fanatical friends or relatives for Christmas, which is coming up closer than you think. Okay, that's it. Orbit and unboxing the Rolling Stones singles box. All right, thanks for watching. And go to trackangle.com and read the Orbit review, okay?